Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone? Thank you for joining. While waiting for other people to have a chance to join us, let's just get some things out of the way, not in. So, because I keep forgetting mentioning these things, we had our tarot chit chat with Jax, who's here. Hi, Jax. Last week, I guess. Geez. But anyway, you can find the live stream on my channel because it was hosted here. And I just wanted to mention it because we are starting a new story with zombies and ghosts and maybe possibly aliens versus humans. And we're going to pull a card for each of us and play characters, so to speak. So if you want to join in, creating a story with this premise, then please join us for the next one, which is going to come sooner than a month, hopefully. So that's one thing. The second is I'm going to have a live reading session again on this Friday from 7 p.m., which is the same time as now. So if you would like to get a free reading from me on camera, I mean, the cards are going to be on camera, nothing more, then you can join me on Friday. And the third, my next tarot chit chat, no, not tarot chit chat, bi-weekly catch-up is going to be a bit more special because Richie from Longman Tarot, who's here, so hi Richie, is going to join me for a chat about drama queens in tarot. So hopefully you're going to be here to join us because I'm quite excited for that as well. But today's topic is reversals. And before I jump into what I mean by that and why do I even want to talk about it, I'm just going to go and say hi to everyone. So again, hi Gerald and Jax and Richard, because I don't know why I have a hard time speaking today, so please excuse me. But I also got a letter, so I can channel my inner mustache man soon. So I don't know, Gerald, when will you have time to do live with me, but your letter has arrived. I'm ready for that. So yes, I got it. And I have everything. And I'm going to be more prepared with the mustaches. But I think pink suits me. This style of mustache looks good on me, I think. At least that's my, perception. Aw, thank you. So I'm going to, because Gerald, why do I always say your name weirdly? Don't ask me, I don't know. We'll have a live with Chris, right? That's the one coming up from 8 p.m. my time, which is like an hour from now. So I want to make sure to finish our conversation in time. Yes, I mean, maybe, I don't know. I have to look, I have to look and see. So yes, I will be joining that live for sure. So, and I'm kind of expecting everyone from here to go there. So let's start with the basics, because when we first hear that, oh, do you read reversals or reversals in tarot? If you get a guidebook that actually includes description for reversals, sometimes it's not as obvious as the book makes it out to be. Because when I first started asking people, hi Scott, oh, good thing that you're here, because as another thing that I forgot to mention is, and I even have the link before we get into this whole thing. This is Scott's channel. Hopefully the link is going to work, because Bitly told me that I exceeded my limits and I can't shrink any links there. But Scott has a new series about tarot positivity in reversals, and at first I wanted to link the first video because I think that's really cool and very useful series. But he posted one where he talked about why he's doing this series on his channel recently. So I'm linking his channel, hopefully. Please do let me know if you can see the link, because I'm not even sure if it shows up or, you know, if it's not. But he's doing some, he did a video where he clarified what he means by finding positivity in reversals. So I think that's the video that, if you're interested in the series, and I think you should watch it because it has a lot of useful information on how to read the cards when you're starting. So if you want to watch those, then you should watch that video first. Hi, Chris. Why am I waving? And by the way, yes, again, sorry about not making much sense or not articulating words properly, but I don't know. I think my brain is still low functioning. But yes, me too. I mean, I should do this so you guys know what I'm referring. So yes, exciting. And later we are gonna do one with Scott as well. But let's talk about reversals. So if you even if you don't read reversals, I think at some point everyone reaches that point in their tarot journey when they look into reversals. And I'm quite curious on how do you define reversals, because when I asked about some people, there were people who said that you take the meaning and you flip it off and you take the complete opposite. So for example, the Three of Swords is about loss and heartbreak when it's upright, and okay, it's not a complete opposite, so it's not a good because it's healing. I'm trying to think which one is the complete opposite, but I can't even give you a good example right now because I'm so prepared. Hi, Simon. Oh, I mean, I think that's Chris's line, with the sexy motherfucker and all that jazz. But so yeah, I'm just curious, how do you read reversals, even or not? How do you define reversals, even if you don't read them, as a complete opposite or as a shadow side? I'm gonna drink while someone says something. And as per usual, if you're watching the replay, then first of all, thank you. And please always feel free to comment down below your opinion, because I'm not just asking these questions from people who are in the chat currently, but just anyone who stumbles upon these videos, even if you're watching this 10 years from now, if I'm still around, I'm curious about your opinion. So while everyone is catching up with everyone, yeah, thank you, Chris. So I will read them as a block. Yeah, so more of, yeah, I guess that's the third way of reading reversals or defining them. Yeah, I forgot about that. I was just thinking about how I used to define it, because some people say for them the shadow or reversal side and reverse meaning and the shadow meaning for the card means different. Oh, so you don't necessarily just say, like take an opposite meaning. So do you mean by this that you can get a completely different meaning than the regular one, or you still stay in the realms of that particular card? I don't know if that question makes us any sense, by the way. Shadow side needs to be addressed. Yes, definitely. We're talking about football, maybe? Oh, I missed Simon's set. Oh, you never. Yeah, because when I started, the lady whose course I took, she doesn't read reversals, but she reads cards positionally. So the basic spread that I've learned and that I use to this day is the root of the problem, the current situation, what you can change, and the tendency. And the root of the problem is pretty much the shadowy side or reverse meaning for the card. Yeah, football. I mean, good thing I don't care. Because I don't even know who I would support anymore, to be honest. To be honest, we get reverse correct cost myself. Yeah, the deck is like, you're not paying attention. It means I have to see the context on the opposite. Okay. I guess I'm gonna assume that whoever this Luke is, and I'm not up to date on football anymore, is a handsome guy. I mean, I'm just gonna be like that. Yes. So, like I said, that lady had that interpretation that even though she said she doesn't read reversals, when you know, for example, I don't know, the Page of Wands is in the root of the problem position, it means that you are, you know, not open to learn, or you're just, you know, starting fires without, you know, safety nets and stuff like that. So I feel like that's still the reversed and shadowy side. And for me, I couldn't find a way to differentiate between a shadow side of a card and the reverse meaning. And I know that some people said that they have a different idea in their head. So I'm not saying that it's not there. Just for me, it's Harry. I mean, I like Harry from, you know, Harry Styles from Bundy. We're gonna mix in handsome guys in the conversation, but I don't mind. Doesn't happen often. Yeah, I mean, I stopped reading reversals about a month or so. No, I think it's longer. And it was quite interesting because I read them before that, always. I had them shuffled in. And then within a few days, it's just completely flipped. And I was like, I'm not going to read reversals anymore. It just doesn't feel right. And some people said that, you know, every negative aspect of what you need from a deck is in the cards upright anyway. So, for example, we have the Five of Cups here, which is not, you know, a fun card to get. But I think for me, when I started to learn, it was a good training wheel, so to speak, because it was more like, okay, now you need to concentrate on the shadowy or the blocked or the reverse meaning of the cards. Now I'm confident enough to just feel which one I need to pull into the reading, because as a whole, the spread, the cards, everything makes sense with that context. Okay. Bye, Chris. Thank you for dropping by, and I'm gonna catch you later for sure. Okay, so I guess we don't have a... Do we have a definition? Do we want to give a definition for reversals even? I mean, I'm not here to, you know, just decide things. I'm just curious how people do this. How, if they read reversals, how they do it. And I want to know that if you do, we're gonna have the if you don't as well, so don't worry. But if I don't know if anyone is here, because my mind is like a cheese with the holes. If anyone said that they are reading reversals, but I'm going to put this on because But I guess Scott is reading reversals because he's finding positivity in one. So I'm gonna assume that you shuffle in the reversals in the deck. But yeah, I'm not going to, say it instead of you. I'm gonna wait and see. Hi, Sarah. Thank you for dropping by. And have a great day as well, of course. I'm gonna put on my mustache. This is going to be the pink is going to be my thinking mustache, I think. Don't you think it looks good on me? Of course. I mean, people who can riffle shuffle. I have small weekends. I can't, especially not with something like this. It's just, I mean, I know how you're supposed to do it, but I can't. These just no. Oh, we have pages. No, it's the Two of Pentacles. Why did I think that it was a page? False compliment, but thank you. Overseas Ash, yes. Ooh. Oh, that's the biggest compliment. So yes, we're talking about reversals, not me. So what did I even ask? Oh yeah, if you read reversals. So Scott, I guess what I meant to ask, yes, I think you read reversals. I mean, you said you riffle shuffle, but that doesn't answer the question. I know I saw that, but I mean, I watched tutorials on it by magicians, and I know how you're supposed to do it, but like I said, hands. But I can understand that because I think it looks really cool. But pay attention, yes. I think we all have this feeling when we know that a position of a card is important. So then let's skip to the next one, because most of us here don't read reversals. And like I said, for me, it doesn't make sense anymore. It made sense to read reversals when I wasn't that confident. So maybe becoming more confident now, it makes sense not to read it. So I'm just curious that, because most of us don't read reversals, that why? Was it from the start, like for Simon, that he never read reversals? Or did you start using them and it just wasn't, working? And no worries. I was just curious, why do you read reversals? I mean, this is, a casual, just to channeling my inner mustache man. It's a casual, so we don't, I'm just asking questions, so I'm not just, reading the chat. Oh, so, okay. Interesting, because I learned both of them at the same time. So what I got from that course was, the shadowy positional meaning, negative meaning, and the upright, so to speak. So for me, it wasn't even an option to not learn. So I guess it really matters where you and how you learn tarot, reading tarot as well. Oh, interesting. That for you, it's the complete opposite that it was for me. Yeah, I mean, that was the answer that I got most of the time, but maybe because I wasn't confident, or maybe I just have that sort of a brain that needs to see everything on paper. I tried to find an Excel sheet or something, or someone who listed out all the positive meanings in the deck and all the negative, and made them correspond with each other. Because I was like, so if this is what the fool means upright, and you're not reading the reverse meaning, being fool and whatever, then please tell me which card in the deck you would take it as the shadowy or reverse meaning for the Fool. But I don't think like I said, I haven't found that one. But I think for me, it's more like the majors have both meaning in them. And with the minors, it's more obvious which are they, if they are a more positive card, like Three of Pentacles, or it's a more negative, like the Five of Cups, if that makes any sense. Hi, Regina. Interesting. No, I had that. I did one of my weekly well-being readings, and I pulled the cards not in reverse, or not, maybe it was even reverse back then, but I was like, looking at the card, trying to come up with a meaning, and I was like, nah, this card needs to be the other way around. So sometimes the meaning wants to come through, and I think it will tell, your intuition will tell you that you need to change things around. Yeah, I think I asked Dustin from Modern Metaphysics about this, because he doesn't read. If you don't know now, he doesn't read reversals, but he's very knowledgeable on the history side of tarot, and he said that, I think so. If I'm misquoting, then it's just me, not him. That the golden dawn is that that thing. Yeah, I know, sorry. That era was that when they introduced a reverse meaning. I haven't had time to read up on that, but I'm quite yeah, I'm quite curious. So yeah, the first part is yes. The cards, depending on their position, yeah, I do read positionally as well. Right spread, the upright sphere, and the gaps for the shadow reversals. Yeah, I guess. Exactly. I hope I didn't come across as like trying to tell that there's a good or bad way for it. It's just that because for me it changed recently, I was just even more interested in why and how people read this aspect of the cards. Okay. Hi, Jen. I just trying to go to the chat and not miss anyone or anything. So everyone say hi to Jen if you have, but I guess you already saw her. It was because I learned that was some time ago. Now you're forever young, so I can't believe that it was a long time ago. Yeah, like I said, for me it's not reversal, but it's positional. So for me, I think when I first heard that people read reversals, I didn't even know that I was kind of doing the same with that position. Yeah, but I still need that Excel sheet when you put the upright meaning to the all the upright meanings next to each other, because I kind of feel like it's not on P. Okay, I'm gonna say it in a way that it kind of hopefully makes sense, that I know when I read the deck that I know that I have everything that needs to come up in a reading, so I'm not worried that I'm gonna miss out on something because I don't read reversals. But my list lover brain just would like to see that list, that putting every upright meanings next to each other, because I think on paper it's missing. On paper something is missing, and I would just make that list if I would that bored. When I don't think I will ever be that bored, just for the sake of having a ha 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 moment, and then completely disregard it, because that's not how I read. So Jen, now because you just joined, and Regina as well, I mean, Regina already answered the question if you read reversals or not. But Jen, I don't think Jen did it yet. What was this? How do you look at people? What did I miss? What did I miss? Okay, I missed something. I'm just telling you the truth. I mean, I saw you in lives. I know that you're forever young, so. Okay, so by the way, feel free to drop in, you know, with your questions or comments about reversals if you have any, because I don't have a lot. The reverse meaning depending on. Ah, yeah, so you're pretty much how I and Gerald, and I think most of us don't read reversals, and I think Richie said the same as well. Yeah, I don't know why I'm so brain dead today. I'm really sorry. So next question, and the last question, to be honest, because there are some. Okay, wait, that's the one that I meant to do. Or right side up, true. And that's the TPD book, the pointy something. The platonic diva. What's the TPD? The one that's in my head. The TPD. Someone tell me what's the TPD before I continue with the thing that I'm tarot play day. Oh geez, okay. So yeah, okay. Sorry, I was kind of thinking about guidebooks. I didn't think about the obvious meaning. Someone's played it. Okay. Yeah, like I said. Okay, let's move on from my non-functioning brain. So what I mean by, I don't know, I mean, I think most of you have seen these decks, but I should be able to share a screen. I don't think it matters which one I'm sharing at first, but like the 5 cent, I think that's what it's called, the 5 cent tarot. And Simon needs to answer the question. Okay. It's a joke. So I was thinking about decks that have, you know, a built-in meaning. I don't have this deck. I successfully removed it from my wish list, but every time I look at it, I'm just like, but I want it, but I shouldn't. And when people say stuff like this, it's really hard. It's really hard not to want this deck because it just looks so cool. And as you can see, hopefully you can see that it has built-in, it has keywords, and you know, some people don't like keywords. I mean, I think I don't mind keywords because I can just ignore them, but this one has a reversed meaning, or reverse keywords built in the design. So you pretty much, I'm not gonna say you can't avoid them, but it's harder to avoid. But I'm always curious if it's too distracting for people who don't read reversals. And if you do read reversals, like I said, if you're, watching this later, please don't feel like you don't have a chance to partake in the conversation. Is it helpful for you, or is it, too distracting? Because I'm kind of feel like that for me, a deck like this would always it will always be like, please turn me around, please look at me from the other side. So I'm quite interested how people look at decks like this. I mean, if you have any opinion. Good question. So for those of you who do pick a card a day, just picking a daily draw or daily read, if you don't read reversals but it comes out in reverse, do you keep it? Scott keeps his. I don't do daily reads, by the way. I mean, I wanted to, but, and I have another one, which is, oh God, which one was a, okay, this one. And this is the Revelations Tarot. So interesting, your cards seems to be quite aggressive in readings. Gina keeps hers as well. Yes, that's the one that first came to mind. No, it's okay. I wanted to find a picture of the 5-cent tarot, with the mirrored image, but I couldn't. I mean, you have a lot. You have to do a collection video, by the way, Scott. I don't know if you have plans on doing one, because you have so many decks that I love watching collection videos. Cool. I'm channeling my inner, oh God, Parenta. That's how he says his name. From Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Jay Peralta. That's his name. I apologize for my brain. If this is your first time seeing me, I swear I can be more fun. Just please watch something else. Okay, Jake Peralta. Like, what is wrong with me? Yes, they are. And to be honest, with this strength card in particular, I don't really know what is going on, because I feel like it has a religious aspect because of the window. Looks like those stained glass windows in church, and we have the cross in the reversed, which is not a reversed cross. So it kind of feels like to me that the reverse meaning is about loss. So for you, if the design has reversals, that would kind of not make you read reversals, but it would encourage you to. Oh, I haven't seen it. Did you post it already? Because I've seen the spread deck, which was really cool. Awesome. Pre-order. Which one did you get? Because I know that it has a few colored edges option, and the one that I'm not going to get is with the green edges. Oh, thank you. You're nice. You're so nice. And the title. Yes, the title as well is not reversed. Okay, so we went through all the questions that I had pretty much sooner than I anticipated, probably because I'm not that chatty tonight. What is it even? So, do you still want to talk about reversals, or we can just talk about anything and everything? But before we move on, because it's a catch-up as well, I just wanted to say that for me, reading reversals was a bit hard with a deck like, for example, the Light Seers, because when you pull out the card, you know, when I look at it as a reverse image, I usually have to mentally flip it because I just don't see anything on the card itself. So for me, it was always like, okay, it's a reverse meaning, but let's flip it around to see even what is going on the card. So I think for a newbie, it can be hard to start with. Maybe, I mean, maybe Jax, you can, you know, add your experience with it, that maybe that's the not doubting, but, you know, maybe it's what makes you feel a bit more nervous about it because you can't visually get anything out of the card if it's reversed. Because I think if you know you're reading cards for 10 years, you pretty much can just pull a card in your head. That's what my tarot course leader, whatever, instructor do with her friends, because they all read tarot and they just know the decks so well that, you know, they kind of try not to cheat. And what they do is, how they read for each other is that they decide in their heads if they're gonna add or distract. No, is that, you know, add to the number that the other's gonna say, so that they can't cheat with the numbers. And then they just say numbers like, I don't know, 25, 66, and 3, and they all know which card is which. And because they, you know, add or subtract a number in their heads, there's no chance for them to cheat. But that's how they, you know, read for each other, which I find very interesting. Like with gold edge. Ooh. Copper. Hi, bye. And yes, we're going to join you soon as well. Are there any oracle decks people know that? Yes, definitely. Good question. I wasn't thinking about oracle decks, but one of my favorites is the which lives in a skull. I made this for the dark mirror. Yeah, dark mirror oracle, but I don't keep it in there. But the wisdom of the oracle is specifically, I mean, the image doesn't have one, but the guidebook has a reverse meaning, and that's the protection meaning. So if you pull a reverse card from this deck, for example, I don't know which one is easy to say. There's, I don't know, there's observer, for example. It talks about in the upright position that you need to take a good look at, you know, at the situation from a distance. You know, you need to take a step back. And I think the reverse is that you need to examine the details, and because it's not time to just look, or, you know, it's time to actually act. So I can't remember about the meaning because I read the book once and I'm pretty much just pulling out the reading from memory and how I feel it fits the reading. But this deck has a built-in system for reversals, and think most of my I think most of my oracles doesn't have, and there's just only a few decks that specifically says that it shouldn't be reversed. I know that the good tarot, and I think the Muse tarot was like that too, but I don't have the Muse tarot anymore. But I think the Muse says something about not reading reversals as well. By the way, if a deck creator says something about if that deck should be read reversed or not, do you know respect that wish, or you're just like, it's my deck, I'm using it how I'm using it, and I don't care? Not being disrespectful, just oh yeah, okay, that's understandable. But you're getting better at it. I mean, for me, it's evident in our tarot chit chats. Maybe you don't feel that confident giving your interpretation with the cards, but I think all of them were spot on, and you always add something that I wasn't even thinking about, with that card. So you're getting better at it. Yeah, I mean, I'm like that too. I don't think. I mean, I read it. I think I give it a thought. If that makes sense to me the way that I read. But then I'm like, it's the same with edging and trimming decks, because some people say that the deck was created this way and it shouldn't be modified. I remember thinking this before I went ahead and trimmed half of my collection. But I think it also depends on how do you look at your decks, as a tool that you use, or you personalize your deck, which I don't do, by the way. So I'm kind of okay for just looking at them as tools. Whether read reversals, regardless of their definitions on them, not. Yeah, it's interesting that how easily tarot. I think it's because tarot decks are more widely used, the same decks, so we have the reverse meaning if you want to. But with Oracle, I think most people subscribe to the idea that with an Oracle deck, you but you want keywords on the card, and you want to be able to use it without a guidebook. With tarot, I think most of us, I think we talked about it in the guidebook stream as well. With tarot, we're more eager to use the guidebook, I guess. At least, my experience. With Oracle decks, I usually go through the guidebook once, even though I try to make notes so I would know if there's a special meaning or something. But with oracles, I'm more forgiving about not getting the meaning that the creator wanted, even though, interestingly, with oracle, it's more specific to the creator. Yes. Okay, I think we finished the reversal topic. I mean, any questions or any comments you have that I didn't mention, or you think it's important? Isn't she beautiful? Just going through the deck. But if nothing, then anybody has a new deck that would like to talk about? Because I'm not going to, because I'm saving my new decks for the channeling my inner mustache reading. Not reading. Should I do that? Maybe I should do a Poirot themed reading. I mean, you're welcome. I don't know how useful this was, to be honest, but hopefully you guys, know me by now to know that this is the, I guess, the Hermit in reverse, or she, and that's my mom's. So, dun, dun, dun. Vintage tarot. Is this the one that Simon showed that it's a Rider-Waite Smith made on Etsy? Thank you all. I'm always so happy when you guys are here with me. Like you, I don't know if you guys know, or you maybe, hopefully you believe me, that knowing that, I don't really have to tell that I'm doing a live, because at least a few people will show up, like at least one. It makes things so much more relaxed for me, because I don't have to be like, will I sit here alone? Because you guys are so nice, and you show up and you talk to me. And do you mean by this one, the Poirot reading, or something else? Because I'm gonna take this as encouragement. Yeah, I mean, I do too. I just don't look at them as more than a deck of cards, because I kind of feel like I talk to my higher self, or the higher ups, how I like to call them, through the tarot, through tarot decks. And for me, they are different languages or different regional accents for the same language. Maybe that's better. Yes, please do that. It helps me, and it shows me how, that I'm not doing these, even though you guys told me already, so it's not even a right way to say things. But if you do what Gerald does, then you guys will know when I go live, and you can join me, like on Friday, when I'm going to do another round of free readings. And you can always reach out in email. You can reach out through the form that I have posted on my website, or a one card reading for, just a quickie on Instagram. So you don't have to wait for the live if you want to. Hi, yes, we're finishing up, kind of. And I don't have your name. Can you please give me your name? Because I'm doing what Gerald taught me. I'm making notes about names, but I don't have yours yet. But yeah, I will be live on Friday for the readings, and on the 26th, we're gonna do our Drama Queens in Tarot with Richie, which I'm quite so excited, because I think it's a fun topic, and we can just look through all the decks and have fun. And what the idea is, to look at cards that I act a bit more like a drama queen. When you get, there are some cards that can mean something really serious, but they can be a bit more like, is your pain really that much, or are you just trying to get sympathy for other people? Also, not just cards, but decks that are a bit more theatrical, a bit more flashy and stuff like that. So that's the whole premise for that live. So I'm quite excited. And also, if anyone wants to do a live with me and you have a topic, please reach out, because that's fun. So yeah, I'm gonna wait a bit, but I mean, it's 50 minutes. I think that's enough. Let's wait until it's actually 50. And I'm gonna post Melissa. Okay. Thank you so much. I hope you're not going to get in trouble. I mean, it's really hard to, get a good time that would work for people in Europe and work for people in the States as well. Not to mention the other side of the globe, because time zones and stuff like that is just awesome. So what did I, yeah, oh yeah, I meant to post the link for Gerald's live, which is coming up with Chris. So join me there, because those lives, I mean, Gerald's lives are always fun, and Chris is fun, and you know, the two of them together is going to be fun as well. Okay. Ah, cool. So we're not getting you in trouble. That's good. I can put myself in timeout, or I can block myself on the chat, which is quite interesting to have that option. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna stop blabbering. Do you want me to pull a card? Because we're kind of early. Because I have a deck. Let's finish with a card. Not with the Knight of Wands yet. Please go back. I mean, let's pull a card in connection to the reversals. Not just, you know, anything. Oh, we have the Strength. And it's kind of, for me, connected to the reversals, it's kind of me, feels like you have to find your confidence. What we were talking about, you know, whether you're confident or not confident with reading reversals or not reading with the reversals. Because for me, it was a confidence question to leave them behind, and for Jacks, it's the opposite. It's finding your strength to incorporate them. So we need to work on our strength to find that inner wisdom and, you know, inner self-confidence, so that you would know what is right for you and what is not right for you. So don't let other people's opinion make you use reversals or not use them, because readings are very personal. And as soon as you find your footing with a deck, or, you know, you find your way of reading your cards, you're going to be able to just say that it's a very good thing to do, but it's not for me. So what's important is to find our inner strength, which is always nice. And I liked how it's, you know, connected to what we were talking about, confidence, or yeah. Interestingly, this is my shadow card in the deck, because when you, I think that's how it's called, because when you start working with the deck, you have to choose one that you really like, and that's your, oh no, it's a no. So the you know, one yes card, that when it comes up in readings, it always means yes, and you have to pick something that you don't like, and that's gonna be the no. And this was my no, because I don't like this design either. I just, for me, that morphed face, you know, the lion and the girl morphed into one. It just don't, it kind of reminds me of Cats, the original, not the musical, but the movie, and I just don't like that. The Hierophant. Oh, interesting. That's your no. And it's supposed to be the card that you're, you know, you have to work on to learn to love, I guess. But for me, the yes was the Eight of Wands, by the way, because I really liked all the colors, and just interestingly, it wasn't the High Priestess, even though I'm a High Priestess person. But yeah, I'm gonna stop because we have a few minutes left. Thank you all for coming. Seriously, I hope this was in some way interesting or useful even. But, you know, like I said, leave your comments down below if you have anything you want to add to the conversation, or if you have a video like Scott has, that awesome series that he's doing about tarot reversals. And That doesn't get it. Yes, I mean, we're gonna have fun in that next one. But yeah, so I'm quite excited. See you on Friday for the free readings. I will do something so my mind works better. And then, yeah, 2 weeks from now. And see you in 5 minutes in the previously posted link for the live reading. No, live stream for Gerald. Okay, I'm gonna stop. But thank you all so much. And yeah, see you in the next one. Bye.